Act, a measure which sets policy for the folks who wear the uniform of this country for 2020. The U.S. Congress has actually passed a Defense Authorization Act every year for the last 57 years. And this year, if we all continue to work together, we can make it 58 years running. Again, this is a measure which sets everything from military pay, 3.1% pay raise for the military, the largest pay increase in the last 10 years. It also sets the ground rules for military acquisition, whether it's recapitalizing our Navy or buying the new F-35 planes for the Air Force. Again, it is a large, sprawling bill which covers, again, all aspects of U.S. defense policy for the upcoming year. Included in this measure was an amendment which I offered that on Friday evening, the Iraq and Afghan Veterans of America issued a strong statement of support in the wake of passage of the bill. What my amendment did is it offset a policy decision that was made in July of 2018 by the Trump administration, which cut off the ability of long-serving members of the military to transfer their GI Bill educational benefits to a spouse or dependent. Again, the IAVA, which the Time magazine has described as the most important organization representing a new generation of veterans, again, what my amendment did was it eliminated what IAVA described as a short-sighted policy change announced by the Department of Defense in July 2015, which would have limited transferability to service members with less than 16 years of active duty service and excluded service members who had served for nearly the entirety of the War on Terror. Again, in 2008, we changed the GI Bill, recognizing, again, that we have an all-volunteer force and that the GI Bill, which goes back to Franklin Roosevelt signing it 75 years ago, had deteriorated over time. We restored the value of the educational benefit, and we created for the first time the ability of a service member to transfer on a one-time basis only the educational benefit to a spouse or child. Again, what this did was it took the burden of those who, again, were serving particularly long periods of time in our military at great economic sacrifice, the ability to at least take care of one family member's educational benefits for higher education. Again, my amendment, which was part of the bill that passed last Friday night, would restore the full intent of the Congress in 2008 and reverse the Trump administration's decision to cut off that transferability, which was issued last July. Again, we've still got work to do. We've got to conference the bill with the Senate, and we've obviously got to get it to the President for signature. Again, we've done it for 57 straight years, and we should make it 58 this year by passing the 2020 NDAA bill. Mr. Speaker, there is also things happening over at the U.S. Department of Education regarding higher education, which are of great concern. On Thursday, the American Federation of Teachers filed a lawsuit in the District Court of Washington, D.C., basically asking the court to rule that the department's foot-dragging in terms of discharging student loan debt through the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program has got to come to an end. Again, in 2007, we passed the College Cost Reduction Act, which set up a mechanism for those who serve in critical public service occupations such as teaching, nurses, doctors, police, prosecutors, social workers, veterinarians, and people who work in nonprofit organizations. If they make their student loan payments consistently over a 10-year period under the College Cost Reduction Act, they could apply for discharge of the balance of their student loan, recognizing that these are people who are going into occupations for which the payment of student loan debt can be too onerous. So 2007 was the year that this program was supposed to kick into effect. As the Government Accountability Office determined, since that period, and this is our figures from 2019, 7,555 borrowers have submitted applications to have their loans discharged. Only 864 have been approved, and only 516 borrowers, less than 1%, have had their loans forgiven. Again, the loan servicers working for the Department of Education, as determined by GAO, are giving bad information, are not crediting the loan payments, the monthly loan payments that teachers and nurses and others have been faithfully making, relying on this program. They built their employment history around the opportunity, knowing that that student loan debt could be discharged. And again, what we are seeing are shocking figures from the Department Department of Education that have not followed through and implemented this law. Not a great surprise to those of us on the Education Committee, because the Trump administration for the last 3 years has submitted budgets that would eliminate the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. We have got to change this administration's policies towards higher education. We did it on Friday, and we've got to do it with public service loan forgiveness to reward the good guys, the people who are out there doing critical work for our nation. I yield back the balance of my time.